All right, we are in the Manny Glacier section of Glacier National Park, and we're about to do a hike that's been on my list since we've got here. It's the 7.6 mile Grinnell Lake hike. It takes you by Grinnell Lake, and also we're expected to see some beautiful views of Grinnell Glacier. Now, you might have picked up on this in the past on a few videos. Lynn's mentioned an issue with a hip. I've got pending hip surgery coming up whenever we get home and find time.
We have to be home long enough for him to have the surgery. We've not been there yet.
So it's bone on bone. So I definitely feel it when I hike, and we've hiked just about every day. And but I wanted to do this longer hike, and we want to see hopefully get to make it to the end.
Yeah, we'll go as far as we can go, and that'll be fine. It'll be an adventure either way, if we make it or not.
Yep. So let's take you along on this adventure and go check out Grinnell Lake.
Future, I hope I'm not mistaken or blind. 'Cause I can...
Just wanted to point out, you can take the boats across Lake Manny Lake and Josephine Lake, which will cut off about 2.5 miles off this hike. So it can cut it down to about 4.1 miles.
We couldn't get tickets.
Yeah, it's real hard to get tickets, so try way in advance.
We really have high winds today. It's about 100 miles an hour.
Or closer to 18, but that's still windy.
Still really windy. And we're wearing jackets, and it's the end of July. Couldn't even wear shorts today.
This whole week's supposed to be in the 70s, and right now it's about 60 degrees starting off this hike.
So it's going to be a great hike.
Thing, but soon took off on its own wing.
So we started this hike at 9 a.m. We got to the parking lot at 8:45, and it was completely filled. We had to park on the street. So if you want to take this hike, get here early, especially if it's going to take you a long time like it is with us.
What are you trying to say?
I can see us having the same.
So the first part of the hike goes by Manny Glacier Lake, which is we're across from Manny Glacier Hotel or Lodge, and I think it's going to be a beautiful hike. I wanted to give you a 1 mile update. It was about a 30-minute mile. We're now alongside Lake Josephine. Just look at how beautiful this is, surrounded by the mountains. First mile went okay. Had one steep part between Manny Glacier Lake Manny Glacier, I think, whichever one it is, up to Lake Josephine. So that had me huffing and puffing a little bit. So let's go to the second mile, see how I'm feeling. So far, feeling pretty good.
So on any hike you take, be sure you wear layers. No matter what it is when you start out, you're going to really want to be able to unlayer before you get there. Also, don't forget your water and snacks. You'll be really glad you did.
All this for us, for us. Don't want to sleep tonight.
So we're at the 1 hour mark, and it's going pretty well. There've been some good trails, been some rockies. I twisted my hip a little bit on a rock and felt it, so I feel like I'm limping a little bit more than I was before, but so far so good. Let's continue on.
You, oh quiet, fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and tell her goodbye. Oh, it's not what we see, it's what we choose to be.
I found some huckleberries. They grow wild. This is the only place you will find them, and they're really good and sweet and juicy. But be sure you only pick the right berries. Pick the wrong ones, you could get sick or die. And after being in the park a few days, you'll really learn the right berries. In this area, they sell huckleberry everything, and they're over $100 a gallon. So me finding a few here to pick and take home, I figure that's about, I don't know, maybe about $20 worth of berries. Who knows? But they're good and I'm excited to eat them. Maybe I'll find some more. We're almost there. We've probably got a little less than half a mile left. And we come upon some pit tullets, which are real handy when you're out in the middle of the woods. There's 2 of them here, right there.
It's not what we know.
So don't tell him I said so, but he's really slowed down.
Wings and tell every goodbye. Oh, it's not what we see. It's what we choose to be. Fire, breath, and open sky. It's not what we know. It's where we go. I grow wings and tell every goodbye. It's not what we see. It's what we choose to be.
So we just heard from someone on the trail that if you fish inside the park, the fishing license is actually included with your pass. You don't have to go buy a Montana fishing license to fish within the park. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. And I didn't fish. Danny, do you need to fact check that?
No.
He believes me.
Didn't dare to sing my name. That was when you came along. And I don't know where I would be or where I'll go if you. Your arms have carried me.
I made it, and you will not believe the views. We're sitting down to have some lunch and enjoying the views. You see a waterfall, a beautiful lake, mountains surrounded us, and a little bit of a glacier. So
Worth the hike.
I knew I slowed down between mile 2 and mile 3, mile 3.6, but we're halfway on this trip, so my hip's giving me a little bit of trouble. We're going to go back a little bit different. We'll maybe catch a falls on the way back, and I'm hoping to do that. I'll let you know if I can or can't, so we'll let you know how that goes.
I don't know where I would be or where I'll go if you weren't standing next to me. Your arms have carried me for miles. Here's where I belong. I've been running away from now and everything I've seen, recalling the things I won't remembering a feel I can't deny it, just wanna hide it and let it go away. But you have shown me that I can be free and face the world again. And I don't.
This from my friend Jerry. You can tell by the berries in here that this is bare. So thanks for the training, Jerry. Well-known poopologist.
And I can't believe I just filmed bear poop.
Of an all good life. And now that you're gone, I'm thinking about old times. I've waited so long for this to be over. And now that I'm free from all the chains you kept me in, I'll be okay.
Fortunately, we see the moose. I'll show you that in a second. I'm not sure if it's in the background, but that gives me a chance to slow down and rest my leg to see this beautiful moose.
I'll be okay.
This is the first time ever I have seen raspberries growing in the wild. Look at this. These are all raspberries. And I saw one back here. This one's almost ripe, not quite. But they go on and on. So I just met another hiker on the trail, and he said they're known as salmon berries and not raspberries. Now, another hiker was also the one that told us that they were wild raspberries. This person said they're not near as sweet as raspberries, and they're at the bottom of the food chain, even for bears. But I thought they were pretty good. And right here's another one. I'm not... Not bad.
I made up my mind. I'm waiting to find you. Now that I'm free from all the chains.
Ate it.
Barely.
Yeah, that's about right, barely. I was moving slow on the last quarter of the hike, real slow, because I feel the burn in my hip and the pain was starting to throb there. Did I overdo it? Yep. But I'm so glad I did it. Grinnell Glacier, the mountains, Grinnell Lake was just so beautiful. So we want to leave you with a...
And we saw a moose.
Yeah, saw a moose. We'll leave you with this time lapse of our view there at Grinnell Lake. Hey, before you go, if you like our videos and how we show you great places to visit and what to do when you get there and how to enjoy RV life, could you hit that subscribe button? We sure would appreciate it.
Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV, America.